Namaskar, friends. Welcome to Export Import Make in India campaign. And today in this session, we will understand about job roles of the import export manager at the Andheri location. Okay, so this is the job for the export import manager. Okay, so you can understand the manager is the level in import export who have to handle the entire export activities end to end. Okay, so for the job profile, any graduate and commerce background or post graduation with minimum experience in management experience in logistics and supply. Okay, so you can understand the person who have a good experience in this field, import and export, who can apply for the job post. Okay, so what is the profile here? We will try to understand by this session. You can see on the screen demand and planning. Okay, demand and planning is a very important part in any supply chain management, any import export industries. You have to complete the demand and make a plan. Okay, so you have to understand this with the example, like a manufacturing companies need the raw materials. Okay, so you need the constantly supply of the raw materials at any stage. Okay, as that if we are not supply, we not arrange the raw material in timely, then the production line will be hold. Okay, so you have to be a good knowledge to fulfilling the demand of the production team as a raw material and any other requirements. Then freight forwarder brokerage, clearance agency and forward agencies. So the person who have worked with the freight forwarder, here you have to appoint the freight forwarder. Okay, so negotiation the charges with the freight forwarder and have a good knowledge about the Indian seaport and in world seaport and airport, so that you can understand and uh, manage the things. What is the charge will be China to India? Okay, for example, any port in any country. So basis on that experience, you can understand what is the charges, correct charges. So you can negotiate with the freight forwarder. Okay, here brokerage means that they are appointing the service as a broker, like they contact with the shipping line and provide you best pricing. Okay, so here why we need to brokerage for this just understanding for your knowledge, that brokerage will provide some services like a he will appoint uh, transporter in the origin, just like you are importing the goods as a X for shipments. Okay, so in the origin country your broker will appoint the transportation. Okay, if you have not broker, then shipping will not arrange the transport facility. Okay, so you have to understand broker also require for that, which is a same as a freight forwarder and clearing agencies. Okay, so for this job profile, manufacturing industries experience will be preferred. Okay, and but not a must strong understanding the market condition and trends, good analysis, and a summarize ability process thinking. Okay, many person have a knowledge regarding the manufacturing industries, but to understanding the market conditions. Okay, you have to know that the seasonal level of the manufacturing conditions. Okay, and try to understand the market trends, like a availability of the raw materials. You have to check out whether in which time the prices of the raw material will be down. So you have to keep in mind that what is the market condition and trends. Okay, you also have a good analysis and summarize ability to process thinking, like a in such case you have to understand that if you are purchasing the raw material from the different supplier. Okay, so just like in now there is a Red Sea issue in that Europe side and North America side and African countryside. So you can understand the freight charges is increased. Okay, so in such case, what you will do, you will try to import the goods from China side, okay, Russia side. If your raw material is available, resources available in this country, then because that due to the low charges on the freight. Okay, so this kind of analysis thinking, this kind of summarize abilities need to be for this job profile, okay, not to be done in this such process of the import export activities. Okay, also you need a excellence verbal and written communication skills in English language, okay. So you can understand this job is for the international customer client handling, international freight forwarder handling, international supplier handling. So you must have a good knowledge, a good command in the English, okay. Other than this, demonstrate success in expediting business target, okay. Okay, you have to explain your what is the business target with your teams, okay, so that they can understand and proceed the actual activities. Like you are the manager, so you have to explain your team how to handle these activities, like shipment controls, how you can control the shipments, like you importing the 300 container monthly. So what is the basic point where you can make the control of the shipment, because that shipments comes before awareness of the importer, then Indian government find the custom charges the penalties, okay. So you need to understand these things need to be controlled in right way, otherwise company bear these charges. So for that you have to properly demonstrate the activity regarding the import activity and export activity with your team, so they can understand actual target and work accordingly and implement the process. Okay, so business target is using the consultative solution focus on the approach, okay. Now knowledge of the CO, you have a good knowledge of the CO certificate of origin. Okay, certificate of origin is this document which certified that goods are made in particular countries. Okay, so for that help of this document, the import time, importing time, you can save the custom duty. Okay, so good knowledge for require good knowledge for that. Okay, export documentation. Export documentation means they are divided in the three categories. Okay, first pre-shipment documents which require for the custom clearance purpose. Then second type of document is the post-shipment document, which is required for the payment collections to be submitted in the bank. And third type of which is the incentive, drawback, and other government formality type of documents. So you need to understand you need a good knowledge for this purpose. International trade agreement. Okay, you also need a good knowledge in trade agreement and trade bodies. So who prepare the trade agreement and trade bodies? International Chamber of Commerce and bodies. His bodies prepare the set of rules for the import export. So all the countries follow that one. That's comes under the International Chamber of Commerce. You know that Incoterms, payment terms, okay, delivery terms. If any disputes come between the exporter and importer, though, so what kind of rules need to be followed? So these are decided by the international trade, which is comes under the International Chamber of Commerce. Okay, now experience need in handling plant and quarantine. Okay, for the some shipments are comes under the plant and quarantine. Okay, so just like the product which are belong to the food. Okay, so there are need some another kind of examination in import. Okay, like food items maybe, and we can say the product which are produced by the plants. Okay, so there are some rules and guidelines in the internationally that we cannot harm the environment. So we need to follow the procedures of uh, environmental rules, which is internationally is established. Okay. So plant and quarantines knowledge required for this process, for this job post. Okay. FSI regulation for the import. FSI license also require that you are manufacturing the uh, consumable or edible foods. Then FSI license be also you have a good knowledge for that. Cities related queries. Okay, understanding import export regulation of the India and world trade bodies. Okay, so knowledge required for the import export regulation of the India, which is the comes under the foreign trade policy of the India. So you must have a good knowledge of the foreign trade policy. Then working knowledge of the coordinator related policies. Okay, so these are the very important activities which you needs for this job post. Okay, so we have understand these activities in first part. Okay, so guys, we are just going to end the session here, and we will understand the balance activity in the next session. Okay, so this next video will come soon. Okay, the second part we will understand in the next session. So guys, we are just ending the session. Thanks for watching the session. Have a nice day.